Hi guys, this is Oluwabamise Alade. Welcome to Grace Talk. And today we're going to be talking about something very crucial to your race in Christ. And that is not conforming to the world. That is having a position by which you are not the same with the world. You are different, you are distinct. And we're going to be looking at the story of Moses before he left Egypt in Hebrews chapter 11 verse 24 to 26, which says, by faith Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing to rather suffer affliction with the people of God than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. Now, that is what we want to be talking about today. Enjoying the pleasure of sin for a season. I always say something that if unbelievers can be so audacious about what they do and the things they do, why are you, a believer, trying to cower in and not say how God has been to you and what He is doing in your life, and not, talk about your God that has saved you? There's a thin line between conforming to the word and actually staying in Christ. You can say, oh, I don't want to annoy the neighbor around me, so I don't want to even look like I am holy or I am righteous. I just want to feel among. The fact is, the people in the world are not trying to feel among and look like they are Christians. So there's no reason why a Christian should look like an unbeliever because they want to feel among. As long as what you are doing is against what the witness of Christ in you, then you're already going the wrong way. Now you need to understand that the day you gave your life to Christ, you became a new creature. In 2 Corinthians chapter 5 verse 17, it says we are now a new creature, and the old things, I'm paraphrasing here, old things have passed away, we have become new. Now you need to understand that the day you give your life to Christ, you are no longer the person you used to be again. You are no longer like the people in the world. You are different. You are a new creature. Your genealogy has shifted from an earthly one to an heavenly one. In Ephesians chapter 2 verse 6, he said we are seated with Christ in heavenly places. We are seated with Christ in heavenly places at the right hand of God. We have been moved. We have been changed. We have been transformed because of the salvation of Christ. And therefore, as Christians, we need to start seeing ourselves as different from the world, as different from unbelievers, as different from the things we see in the world, because we have a new address. We are no longer in the old address. We have been transformed. We have been shifted. We have been moved from the old address to the new address. And one last thing I want to say before we end this today is that as much as possible, as a Christian, you need to be able to preach Christ through your daily activities. If people cannot say this person is a believer from your appearance and from the things you do, then there is a lot of things you still need to do with your work with God. You need to be able to preach Christ even without saying anything. That people will look at your actions, they look at the way you are, they look at the words you speak and say this is truly a believer. And when you start doing that, you notice that your work with God becomes better and better. This is Grace Talk, and I believe that this has blessed you one way or the other. We are all becoming transformed in Christ, and that is what Grace Talk is all about. I want you to share and subscribe to our channel if you have not subscribed. Thank you for listening. Bye.